This week in Washington, the United States and the world saw something we haven't seen in more than 150 years in the election of the speakership in the U.S. House of Representatives. That delay causing many to believe there's change coming to how lawmakers will do business. An historic standoff coming to an end Saturday.
Honorable Kevin McCarthy of the state of California, having received a majority of the votes cast, is duly elected Speaker of the House of Representatives.
California Republican Representative Kevin McCarthy winning the speakership after 15 rounds of voting. Senior political analyst Mitch Kokai says the delay was due in part to division within the Republican Party.
Most of them were willing to go along with Kevin McCarthy as the new speaker, but there were some holdouts and enough holdouts that it was easy for them to stick together, at least for a while.
The 20 holdouts opposing McCarthy hard-lined on how Washington does business.
What they were really looking for was a change in the way that the process will play out, the way bills will be handled on the floor, the way things will be done more in an open, transparent way than behind closed doors and with just a handful of people making decisions.
Some of that work, Kokai says, will start in the coming months rather than later. It's the longest such election since 1859. Kokai says it's going to be hard for Republicans to get Democrats to go along with them, but it's possible even with Dems in control of the Senate and the White House.
There's no reason for Democrats to break ranks. I think for Republicans, they can either approach this session in two ways. If they want legislation that's going to go to the Senate, get passed by the Senate, and signed by President Biden, it's going to have to be legislation that really isn't very strongly conservative or associated only with Republicans. It'll have to be the type of thing that both parties can easily unite around. And there will be some things like that. But I think the other way that they can approach this session is, look, this is our opportunity to tell the American people what Republicans would do if they also controlled the Senate and also controlled the White House.
Kokai says this didn't delay anything in terms of actual legislation, but what it did delay is some behind the scenes work. A lot of new members weren't yet official members of Congress, so they couldn't move forward really with getting things up and running in their office or staffing. Reporting in Raleigh, Cindy Bay, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.